Hey everybody, welcome back to True North VR. Today we are checking out the Xbot Chameleon. This is an AI sports camera. It can track, it can follow, keep score, stream, just about do it all. If you're a parent, a scouter, a coach, a player, this might be something that interests you. Let's jump into it. Okay, so we've unboxed this. Let's go through what was included here. We obviously have our Xbot Go Chameleon camera itself there. All the different parts to it there. We have a little business card with some operation guide. Well, it looks like a business card. We have the full user manual. I've looked through that already. It's got some really good information in there. It's got QR codes so you can find step-by-step videos of how to set things up. I'm not going to go through everything that it does. That would be too long, but know that it is all there for you. We have a charging cable, USB-C to USB-C. Little remote as well. It is battery powered. You can remove that when you are ready to use it. We have a nice soft carrying bag to put this in, and we have a microfiber cloth to clean the lens off when needed. So this package also came with the tripod as well. Very simple tripod. I'm looking forward to using that. We've got a full swivel on there. I'll go through more details with that as well. So that's everything that came with it right here. Okay, here we are on the app. Once you have it downloaded, open it up. This is what you're going to see. Make sure that you create an account right away. You can't really do anything before you create an account. So if you haven't at the very beginning, click on the account button on the bottom right. Go in, it's easy. It'll walk you through how to do that. On the home, this is where the important stuff is. Make sure that your Xbot Go is turned on. And then you're going to go here and hit add device. It's going to search for your camera. Once it has found it, you'll see it here. You can just hit connect. And then to the side here, there's also add remote. My battery in the remote is actually dead, and so I'm not going to be able to connect it. But if you just turn on your remote by pressing a button, then it will easily connect there. On your home page here, there are some basic tutorials that you can go through. I watched quite a few of those, and they're actually very useful to help you understand the basics of the app and the camera itself. You can go to the gallery where you can find your footage that you've taken. So here's the footage of the hockey game that I took, the one that I kept. I deleted quite a few other ones there. You can see at the top here, this is on the cloud. So this is any account that I log into, any Xbot Go app that I log into with my account. I will be able to find this footage, and then locally I have this one stored on the app on this device. You can also go into edit here. So editing, I have a ton of different templates here as options. I have a draft here as well, and I just wanted to show you quick, once you go into editing, this is like a full-on video editing software system here, which is really cool. You can go through so many different types of things, and you can export those in the end. When we go into actually starting to record, you can hit that play button, and this is where you can see the various types of sports that you're able to do, and you can set it to those. And all of these, when you kind of click on them, you can see that there's different methods and modes. If I click on ice hockey, field size full, group, handball, it's going to give me field size, age group as well. Soccer, it's going to give me small, medium, or large. There's also just the follow me button. There's tennis. There's all these different options right here. You can just hit next, and then it will bring it up here. So I'm going to start recording it. So it's not really going to work here because I'm screen recording and doing all this stuff, but this is what's going to show up. You're going to see the field or rink or whatever in front of you here. This is what your camera is seeing. The home button is obviously going to take you back to the home. It's going to stop the recording. You can go live by clicking this button. This is the scoreboard button where you can set up a scoreboard. This is going to take away all of the stuff on the menu so you can just watch the clean screen. And then our settings menu is a little bit important here. Our clarity is the first important one. That's where you're going to set your quality. And just be aware that 4K is obviously going to take a lot of space, as it says there. Our time watermark or audio recording, auto zoom, auto tracking, power saving mode, hardware settings. This is important because this is going to change the rotation of the device depending on what you are shooting or what you are recording. the acceleration of the camera, how fast is it going to turn. I had mine turned all the way up when I was using it, and then you can save those current settings there, so then you are good to go. That's just a little bit of the basics with the app. Hopefully that helps you out. Let's keep on going with this review. Okay, so now you've seen how to use the app, how to get it going, how to pair your camera, how to pair the remote control as well. A few of the different features on the app. I'm not going to be able to go through everything because there literally is so many things that you can do with this camera. I did want to go over the remote control here. This remote control is super handy, and I'm really glad that they've included this because it just makes the whole recording experience so much easier. What I wanted to show you here, we got the arrows around. Now, if you need to, you can actually adjust, turn, or tilt the camera one way or the other. Sometimes after a timeout, I found that it would need it, or after when I was watching the hockey game after a penalty or something, when the play was kind of resetting, I would need to just put it to the face-off, and then it would be good to go. The middle button there is a mark button. Now, if there was a highlight or something, a big hit or touchdown or whatever you're watching, press that mark button. It's going to mark the time there for you so you can easily find it afterwards when you are editing. And on the bottom, we have our power button and we have a record button. The record button is actually really nice to use. I was able to use it anytime the play stopped. I just hit that button. It paused the recording. When the play was about to begin again, I'd press it again and it would start recording. So there was no downtime that was actually being recorded. It was all just game time. And so it makes it way easier when you're going back to watch gameplay or looking for highlights, which you should have marked. But anything like that, you're just cutting out all that dead time and not wasting space and film on that. Okay, let's talk about a few of the specs. 8-hour battery life, that's going to be plenty of battery time for most of us. The only thing that I could think of is maybe at a tournament when you got a lot of games maybe in a row or close to each other, but you can always use this plugged in. You're going to need your phone to have battery as well, and so you're going to have maybe extra power for that if you need more time, but for most cases 8 hours is going to be plenty. Camera wise, we got the 4K recording, does really well with that. Tilting, it can tilt up and down in its little case here, 20 degrees up and down. The camera itself is a wide angle lens, it's 120 degrees, and it can rotate on this base 360 degrees. I can't think of many cases where you're going to have the camera right in the middle of a game, unless maybe you have it from the ceiling or something. I don't know, but that is something that it can do. It can spin all the way around. All right, let's go through some of the features here that make it such an outstanding choice here. First, all the different sports that it is programmed to do. I'm not going to name them all because it would take me a while to put them on the screen here for you. So many different sports. I didn't obviously get a chance to try them with all of them. Was only really able to do a deep test with hockey, ice hockey. It is programmed to do so many of these. And when you are in that, you can also do jersey tracking or player tracking if you want to just focus on one player. Maybe your child, maybe you're scouting and you want highlights for one person. That's something that you can do as well. It is great at doing that. You can also set it up maybe just for yourself, right? If you're practicing, you want to watch yourself practice and you're on a full court or full ice, it can track you as well while you are doing that. It has free live streaming. You can set up a live streaming through YouTube, through some other options, or just through the Xbot live streaming service as well. So that gives you an option to stream to family, to friends, maybe through a school. You can stream to the parents. That is a really cool feature that also comes free with their app. And with that, you can use a real-time scoreboard that will be an overlay on that streaming so people can keep up with the score more easily instead of having to, try to find where the scoreboard is every time it turns that way or anything. So that's a really nice feature as well. In the app, you can also edit your videos. You can find your highlights that you marked with your remote, and you can go right in and edit those videos right on there. Take out what you don't need, share or download the video that you want to have on there. So the fact that this can record, stream, edit all in one place, that is a lot of stuff that you can do right here on this app. And one of the biggest things that I mentioned and they push hard is that there's no monthly fee. This isn't a subscription service. It is free to use. They also give you 20 gigabytes of free cloud storage as well. After a game or something and you've used the app for all you need to, you can download that gameplay video. You can then delete it from that cloud if you need to free up more space, have it on your computer or have it on a hard drive, and you can always have that 20 gigabytes of free space to use. All right, so I want to talk more about my overall experience using the camera, using the app. So when I first set it up, the app turned on. It was easy to sign in, easy to log in, easy to get things going, and it worked fine. I tested the camera here in my studio. It was able to just kind of follow me walking around, doing different things. And then a couple weeks later, when I went to use it for the hockey game, I tested it about an hour before I left. There was an update that happened on the app, and the update made it so it wasn't working on my phone anymore. I had an iPhone, and it just wasn't working. And if the app isn't working, then you can't use the camera. That's kind of one of the downfalls here. Luckily, I have another Android phone, and with that Android phone, I was able to install a previous version of the app. When I did that, then I was able to get it working again. Later, I even tried again on my iPhone with the current version, and it still wasn't working. And so that's kind of one of the caveats of this, I think, is if that app isn't working for some reason, then you're not able to use the camera. And that's a big thing that I wish that this was more like a standalone with a screen on the back or something like that, where it didn't rely so heavily on the app in order to record. That's just, I know it all comes into play with price and everything like that, but that is just something that kind of frustrated me when I was using it, and just is something to think about. Once I got it working though, it was really easy to use. I took it to the arena. I was able to use the little tripod there. It comes with this nice little case, right? Everything has its little cases, and it's really easy to transport. It's so small, but once you get it there, the tripod extends right up, like I said before. Super easy to set up, and I was able to get it going and use it and use the remote. The remote worked great. I really enjoyed the features of the remote, and that I didn't actually have to stand right beside the camera the whole time. My kids were sitting further down a couple of rows. I went and sat by them, and I was able to leave the camera there and control it with the remote instead of having to sit there and press buttons or turn the camera myself watching the game. As it was recording the game, it kept up most of the time, and the only time it really didn't is a couple times there were very quick transitions of play, and it did need to kind of catch up, but overall it did really well at keeping track of a hockey game. And a hockey game is fast paced, there's a lot going on, a lot of movement going on, but it did a good job of it there. Afterwards, I was able to look at that footage on the app. I was able to scroll through, find the marks that I put on it, check out some of the highlights that I marked. I did a little bit of editing on the app, but not a whole bunch, but it was really easy to download the video and put it onto my computer, and then I was able to do further editing and sharing on there, because that's just what I'm used to. Price point, we're looking at about $360 American. That's about $500 Canadian. That's on their website and on Amazon. For what you're getting a ton of different options and features and quality all inside this tiny package of this camera, right? There's a few extra add-ons like the tripod that you can get that does add a little bit to the cost as well. But when you compare it to professional recording cameras and subscription services to various things, that's actually a pretty decent deal overall. Again, the only thing that I really had troubles with was the app. If the app's not working, it's not going to record. But other than that, it worked really good. The quality was good. The features were good, and I was impressed with its performance in keeping up with a game overall. So it's going to be up to you. I hope this review helped you out a little bit, either with how to use it or with whether you're going to purchase it or not. If you have any questions about it, make sure to let me know. I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you for watching this one. We'll see you next time here on True North VR.